Hello, YouTube. Welcome back to Light IC. I'm your host, Tommy Cunningham, here to talk about what he has learned on going on the last couple of airlines I've been on throughout this year, and like once just like riding along with his parents, like like for instance, like number one, what I learned, it's the stay vegetable. Vegetable means on my terms, just the stay update on the flight that's coming from London, which is right there. Okay? Which London has a really, really nice airport. It's called London Heathrow. Well, I talked about this in yesterday's video, which if you guys missed it, that's okay. I'm going to give a little bit of rundown from yesterday's video from today's video. So our subject in our video this week is, what do other people think about using radio scanners inside their different buildings? And like for instance, like the last couple buildings that we have talked about is like number one, we talked about schools. Number two, we talked about resorts. Number three, we talked about different attractions. Now, number four, which is our fourth video on this topic, we are going to be talking about airports. And like your major airports, like LaGuardia, like JFK, like O'Hare, like Midway, all those airports that you guys see that has like big airlines, and these big airlines have to adjust to these different places' schedules. Which, like, for instance, let's just say you guys are getting ready for a flight, and the airline that we are talking about on this video is American Airlines Flight 22. So they are currently at 32,000 feet, and our track is 240. Now their speed they haven't got an increased airspeed. So it looks like they are currently flying over Campbellsburg. So if you guys are in Campbellsburg, if you guys got a large satellite, so they are looking like they should be there. And if you guys are ever wondering, there's like any more flights that are going out of there that's going to the United States, since you guys got a family member or somebody that lives in the UK, so let's click on the Dallas airport, and then let's click on the Dallas Fort Worth International Airport. Now this one I feel really, really, really excited about talking about. I've been looking forward on talking about this in many different videos, but I've not had a chance to even talk about this. So their ground control, which this is really interesting, which they got RAM control. They also got DFW RAM control. So RAM control, it's kind of like, for instance, you guys are flying and you guys are waiting to get ready to get on your boat. Or like, for instance, you guys are waiting to go step forth into your lovely different areas. Which this place got, for instance, they got a couple of different airlines that goes to, like, for instance, Great Britain. Like, for instance, American, we can already see that. British Airlines, Delta sometimes goes there. If you got Korean Air and LaForia, and the other one is Virgin American. So both of those right there have some really big obstacles, which I have to say. So right there is like our talking about, which we see on here that the airlines, Korean Air has an operations channel on the RIINC Dallas Fort Worth International Airport. Which they also got one on here that is regarding the British Airlines. So Korean Air takes you from anywhere in America, anywhere in different countries, and it takes you to one place, and that is Seoul, South Korea. Now, if you guys are wanting to go to, like, let's just say China, you guys are going to have to get on, like, an airline called China Airlines. And Ali Niagara Airlines is an airline that takes you anywhere in the United States, and it takes you over to, like, the different places that is inside the different radio transmissions, different places that you guys can look at, different obstacles you guys can look at. So also like on there, like different airlines have different stops before they stop at this airport. So like, for instance, they first have to go through customs, and then after that, once they get a customs check, they can check it on their thing. Which, like, for instance, they got a checklist. Like, for instance, they want to make sure you guys do not have any wrong kind of bags. They want to make sure you guys don't have, like, for instance, any like radio frequencies, or like, for instance, like any different people that goes and looks around, like, at the many different places. So, like, for instance, there is, like, number one, my first tip is to make sure you guys are following every single radio dispatch letters. So, like, for instance, schools might say the person's name, police have to say numbers, so because there's people with radio scanners that like to listen to it, and there are, like, sometimes there in California where you guys cannot listen to radio scanners while you guys drive, and I can understand that, which, like, for instance, there at the Orlando International Airport, which I learned this, there is not much to listen to there at the Orlando Sanford International Airport. Like, for instance, you guys got Legion Air that you guys can listen to. Well, sometimes they are a little encrypted, which, like, for instance, if you guys go here to, like, this airline, so, like, for instance, we pick an airline, we pick American, and we click on the American DFW. So they have terminals, they have Hangar 4, and they also have the Flight Training Academy. And then after that, if we look around, they got, for instance, like Delta. If you guys want to listen to Delta, they have many different radios. And then after that, if you guys go on down here to Skylink, train announcements you guys can listen to. Now, Customs and Border Protection has a radio frequency on here, which I bet that we cannot listen to when we go through there. Which I kind of learned that from like going through there and asking one of them, like, what is your radio frequency? And they say, sorry sir, but we cannot tell you that. Well, then after that, I was like, okay, thank you. Alright guys, that's it for today's video. If you guys liked it, make sure you guys give it a big thumbs up. And a little bit of rundown that we talked about. We talked about the Dallas-Fort Worth International Airport, about their radio frequencies, and a couple of airlines that are international. Alright guys, that's it. Have a great day, and I'll see you guys back in another video. Goodbye.